And before all of that, confirmation hearings for the president-elect's cabinet picks resume on Capitol Hill today. Donald Trump's pick for Education Secretary Betsy DeVos and Interior Secretary Congressman Ryan Zinke set to face grueling questions from Democrat senators today after DeVos' hearing was postponed from last week because of Democrats' concerns over the speed of scheduled hearings. Joining me right now is Go Media founder and CEO Phillip Stutts. Phillip, good to see you.
Good morning. Welcome to the city of deplorables.
The city of deplorables. So you've worked with Betsy DeVos, and so you know her personally. Tell us about her background, her qualifications for education.
I've worked with her for about 12 years, but think about this. For 20 years, she's been on the education reform movement. Before Betsy DeVos and all of the education reform movement that we've got right now, the unions, the teachers' unions, had unfettered power across the country. She gave investments, and she fought on the inner cities of New Orleans, where I worked with her, to help children. Her first question always is, how are we helping children? She's not part of the blob or the bureaucracy of the education movement. And for the first time ever, elected officials around the country had somebody that had their back if they wanted to implement education reforms in their legislatures. And that is a paradigm shift in education movement around the country. She's the one that really started it.
I feel like I'm just baffled as to what the union problem is. I mean, it's just about keeping their jobs in place and their tenure. Union bosses are coming together in support of DeVos' nomination after the president of the American Federation of Teachers Union, Randi Weingarten, who we've had on the show a number of times, she opposes the president-elect's pick for her views on charter schools and non-unionized public schools. How do you see it?
This is about ultimate control by the union leaders, the fact that they want to be able to dictate from top down how our children should be educated. It does not, they've never given the parents the accountability they deserve. That's why Betsy DeVos, not only is she unique, she brings a refreshing view to the education department, something that we need. It's a bureaucracy that's been stuck in the 1980s, and there's a desperate need for change there.
She's coming in to break up the union cartel that has hurt our kids in this country, quite frankly. And they can talk all they want, the union, like Randi Weingarten, about how choice doesn't work. And I'm talking about parental choice, the charter schools and vouchers, and she's dead wrong on it. And again, it's about government control. It's about union control. And Betsy DeVos is going to shake some cages, and it's going to be incredible.
Yeah, I wrote a piece in Fox News about what we did in Louisiana. In 2005, we had basically 0 people in any kind of educational choice school, and now we have 84,000, and a large part of that is because of the leadership of Betsy DeVos.
Why? What did you, and tell us why that was important.
She made investments. She went down in the inner city. She met with legislators. She pushed like crazy. I mean, look, you can't be successful like she is without always thinking of what the outcome is, and the outcome for her is what's best for the child.
But does she want to change the tenure rules? Does she want to change the union bosses, you know, the way they get paid?
Well, I don't know specifically if she wants to change the way they get paid, but she doesn't want the bureaucracy to run the education system.
You would think they were all thinking about children, but it doesn't feel that way.
You know what? The group of children that it helps the most, actually, African Americans, Hispanics, minority kids. I mean, they're the ones that are in these inner cities that are having a difficult time in failing schools, and by giving them the opportunity to have school choice, to be able to also have scholarships that they can go to different schools, it opens up a window of opportunity for these children that otherwise are stuck in failing schools.
Who makes the best decision about your child's education and life?
Bureaucrats.
Do you, the parent, or the union leadership and the bureaucrats?
We've done surveys with parents in Louisiana specifically to see what their satisfaction is that are in the voucher program down there. 94% very satisfied. 99% feel their child is very safe in that school.
All right, real quick, we got more hearings, and of course we heard last night from John McCain. Senator McCain joined Martha on her new show. I was happy to see. He said that he would lean toward confirming his vote for Rex Tillerson, but he said just barely. What do you make of that?
Well, that's the 50th vote, right? Because now it kind of gives cover to Lindsey Graham or Marco Rubio if they don't want to support, and he's going to be passed.
Rex Tillerson will be confirmed.
Yeah, and this week you're also talking about Stephen Mnuchin, Treasury Secretary. Any other thoughts on the confirmation hearings this week and who may or may not pass muster.
No, I mean, look, last week everybody was talking about John Lewis. We weren't talking about the cabinet secretaries that were testifying. This is good for Donald Trump. Right now, I don't see the scalp that the Democrats want to take. I don't see it happening.
Well, if they're going to push back on everybody, they lose credibility.
The Democrats will keep barking.
They've already lost credibility when you have nothing to lose. Of course they're going to keep hammering
That's a good point. Yeah. All right, we will take a break. Philip, good to see you.
Yeah, thank
Thanks
you.
so much for joining us. Phillip Stutts there.